Anyone have any other big wins or any other questions on that part? So now we also want to look at where are we generating revenue? Are you guys still working, still able to get deals right now?
Yep. There's
okay.
Yes.
happening.
Good. Not everyone is. Some people are, some aren't. So for sure you want to get those deals in as quickly as possible, right? How often are you guys mastermind? I was on with one of my market centers last night. We're literally masterminding on how closings are happening. It's changing from day to day. What appraisers are working, what photographers are working. Are you guys getting together as a group?
We're doing that a lot on Zoom. We didn't do anything yesterday. We took a break, but pretty much every single day we're doing it.
Yeah, keep up with the market of the moment.
Right. Oh, okay. Okay.
And also look at who your buyers and sellers are now. Really keep track of what that looks like, because that's going to be changing. Yes?
Yes.
Some people may be putting on a pause. Other people may need to move up their selling. Did you guys all get those pivot scripts from Maps?
Yeah, we sent it out 3 times already.
Okay, so those have been working really well. Just getting on. And if you guys don't have them, I guess you can go to Peggy or Michelle. She has them. Really understand who your clients are. There's a lot of investors out right now. I'm hearing it a lot across the country who have money to spend, who may want to buy right now. We have some sellers who may be a little hesitant and some who really need to move it up. So understand where that market is, especially if you have cancellations. Understand who's canceling and maybe it's just a pause. It is going to spring. I want you guys to be prepared for that. We also want to look at what you guys are doing proactively, right? There's a lot of things you guys can be working on immediately. I would stay really in great communication with your database. And so lead gen really looks like strengthening those relationships right now. Do you guys have any restrictions on what you can do on lead gen?
I don't understand what the question is. Obviously, they can't go one-on-one.
Right. Okay. Well, some states have no cold calling. I mean, it's different. So really understand. Okay. I mean, get with Michele to keep up with what you can and can't do. But I would definitely learn and practice those scripts. Dive in deep to your database. I would look to working with what you can do in the community. Anyone, I've seen people out there being able doing digital bingo, how they can help out with people, stay in contact. This is a great opportunity to give out and grow your database and get people ready. Digital showings.
Yeah, we're doing all the virtual. We definitely are doing the virtual. We have a nice command design that we just posted, and other people are using it to send out to their customers, to their database.
So right now, you guys need to do something where you're going to stand out, right? There's a lot of people who are hunkering, who are doing nothing, right? Or they're maybe sending one post on Facebook. So think about how you can stand out right now. And a lot of that is going to be reaching out to the community, giving them advice, really staying in contact, keeping them up to date. Things are changing by the hour here. And we want to be the experts in our arena and to keep going. I would also know your value proposition, right? You need your customers to know that, and you need to really understand be really clear on the value you can bring to people right now and help them through this time. There's a lot of misinformation, and there's a lot of people who are nervous. I see a lot of anxiety from people, and people tend to give anxiety when they're focusing on the things they cannot control. So it's our job as leaders, and we're all leaders, and you're living in a fishbowl right now. So be very careful of what you're putting out there. And so we want to help people with what they can control. We're being told daily, hourly what you can't do, right? Don't get within 6 feet, don't do this. So let's help people with what they can do. Are you guys doing any unique things or fun things with your clients, with your database?
I heard somebody, oh yeah, Myra, why don't you share what you're doing with your database?
Well, because I'm a newer agent, I don't have that many clients to ship gifts to.
Yet?
So I've sent, not yet, right? But I sent each one of them. Originally, I was going to do Amazon gift cards, but I don't know if everybody shops on Amazon or what they're doing. So what I did is I ordered them a box of biscotti, telling them that I'm thinking about them and I'm sending them something sweet. And in return, I'm grateful because then they share that with their following. And I get a lot of social media feedback from that. So that's how I make a lot of leads as well.
Awesome.
I'm thinking about them and they're grateful for it and they're showing the post and then I share the post so it keeps on circulating.
So she's using social media on top of it, which is very smart.
I do a lot of social media.
I'm a firm believer, they need to hear it, see it, but they need to see it over and over on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And I know, Geneva, you use something else. I can't remember what it is. But there's more things. And the more people see you, the more they're going to remember you. I mean, that's marketing 101, and that's why I would also leverage the people around you if you can, if you have an assistant or if you have you have kids home right now, right? You have your college students home that can help you with all that. And if they want to eat, they need to produce.
I've seen people set up virtual play dates with people with kids, right? They do a Zoom and they put on music and have the kids dance around. They have a lot of fun with that. I've seen people helping out their HOAs doing Zoom calls, right? There's a lot we can do to assist with people right now, and we can be creative. I would double down on your lead gen.
Most definitely.
Julie, you work with a lot of seniors. What are you doing right now?
Julie, you're muted. Hang on. Okay. You should be able to unmute yourself. There you go.
I'm just calling all the senior communities that I work with and just staying in touch with them because they are on lockdown. They can't even have families come and visit. So I'm just basically calling and just seeing if there's anything they need, if there's anything that I can do to, drop things off if possible to them, and just really staying more in touch so much with the communities themselves than clients. Because they are my clients too.
Anything else you guys are doing?
I'm setting up a Zoom call for my daughter's classroom so that
Nice.
they can all kind of stay in touch.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, now.
Hi. So what we're doing here in our team is, one, we've really doubled down with our database. And then what we're also doing is we're doing a lot of the Zoom calls and putting them on the internet. Who wants to go ahead and just call or just talk to us about what's going on the market, whether you're a buyer or a seller, what we're all doing. We're preparing actually a little bag that has the little wipes, a little sanitation and little gloves, and giving them to the buyers or the sellers and keeping them at the home. So that way, if they have anybody going in and out of the house, they can go ahead and sanitize themselves. Let's see, what else are we doing? I did get in on a REO call today, so I know that that's coming down the pipe. So I'm just preparing myself for the next 60, 90 days.
That's awesome.
That's great. So obviously communicating with your clients. I would look at maybe extending your agreements if you have agreements in place.
Oh, yeah.
And I would think about doubling it. I'm assuming you guys have an addendum or something you've added to all your contracts?
Modification of terms.
Mm-hmm.
No, the coronavirus addendum.
There's a few. There's another one that just came out today, if I'm not mistaken, right, Peggy? We were on that call today.
Right. I think it's coming out tonight.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so just really stay apprised with that. I would step up your accountability. I mean, whatever your goals are, right? If we're a football team, the goal's always going to be the touchdown. We just have to decide if we're going to throw the ball, right, or run the ball. So really think about who your accountability partners are right now, especially if you guys are working more from home. And I would set up, how are you guys getting accountability? Are you guys partnering up with people?
I see a lot of agents partnering up, like Julie and Geneva. They're part of our top 20%, and still they are partnering up and holding each other accountable. I see a couple ALC members doing it as well. I think it's smart that everybody does it. You know, accountability is key right now. Don't you agree, Julie? I mean, I can't see Geneva anywhere, but don't you agree, Julie?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, definitely. Glad we went back. We actually just started back today doing scripts. We did scripts for a long time, and we new scripts. We need them.
And working from home is difficult for a lot of people, right? And so setting up.
Mute real quick again, and then I'll get you back on. If I can't mute all. And then I'm going to get you back on. Unmute. Okay.
Okay. So working from home is harder for most people. We're not set up for it. We're social creatures who want to get out. I do recommend everyone getting on a schedule. And if you have an accountability partner, share that schedule with them. That's what I've done with my staff, right? I actually see their schedule. I'm helping them with that. It can be challenging if you're not set up, you don't have your systems, and that's okay, right? We'll get to the new norm. I'm used to working from home, but now my husband's also working from home. So again, there's a little adjustment there. So I recognize you have other people, right, that are going in on that.
Right.
All right. Let's go back to your P&L. What are your biggest opportunities there on your financials?
I would say as a market center, we've been going line by line. And I think it's important that we lead by example, right? It's a domino effect. And so if we're doing it, the agents should be doing it. The teams, the mega teams, right? They should be doing it with their teams. I wish Ashley was on here. She said she was going to be on here, and she's actually doing it with her daughter, and which I think is amazing. You know, and you know, because it is a family. It is about the family, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it is, and you're right. It's like May. You said it's a great time to play red light, green light. Absolutely, right? Looking at our fixed costs. Those are usually our most expensive, and what we can do about that. I'm a big component of being debt-free, right? So if you guys are not debt-free, I would be putting together a plan for that. I'm hoping you guys have reserves. I will guess my agents in my market centers, most of them do not, and we are talking about that and how we can put together a plan and how to get there, and I'm sure Peggy can help you with that as well. Just get a plan together, put yourselves on a budget. How many of you guys are on a budget now at home?
Budget.
Do I follow it?
If you have a budget,
that's an opportunity, huh, UI?
Big opportunity, yeah. And I just want to say I have built the Starbucks empire. That's what I've realized.
Mine's Nordstrom's.
Oh my gosh.
Patrick, don't you say a word.
Huge opportunity.
if you have a budget, you're actually ahead of the game, and then you just need to follow it, right?
Right.
I would say most people don't have a budget, and they're just looking at, if I have money in my account and I spend it, it's good.
Yep.
Now's the time to really think about what that looks like. And there is a lot of what we call ghost money out there, right? That you don't even know you're spending. And when you really analyze it, Amazon's a big culprit on that, right? I
changed my password to my Amazon account.
I see a lot of people I'll just be honest with agents. It's going to be alcohol. It's going to be eating out, right? It's going to be Amazon. And that's our ghost money. And there's a lot of money in there you guys can be putting away. And I'm not saying you're going to zero, right? It's just a budget. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I know I have not found a person yet. I haven't been able to find some of that ghost money just by going down their credit card account and getting real. If you can do it yourself, I would do it. It's really helpful to get another pair of eyes on it. And that's where you're going to find the deepest cuts. And,
you know what would be nice is if we could all like chime in, let's say tomorrow morning someplace on Facebook, maybe like in the comments areas of this Zoom, that, hey, I actually took the time and I did this. And I was able to save X, Y, and Z. And then we're holding ourselves accountable to do it. Because I could talk about it. I think I talk about it with Suzanne every quarter. And I, you know, for my personal budget, which she knows I just hate talking about it, you know. So, I mean, it's something we got to do.
well, and it's a habit. Once you get in the habit of it, this is one of those habits that you want to carry on the other side. I promise you, once you get debt free, you'll be hooked, right? You will love it. But the challenge is getting there, and you can get there, and it's incremental, and you can do it step by step. And this is your opportunity right now to really look at what absolutely holding your money accountable and what you want to do. Do you guys, do you work on an allocation form? Like, here's my budget, and then with the profit I get, here's where I'm going to put my profit?
No, I barely just got that maybe like about a month ago from my coach. But that would be something that would be nice to send out to everybody. And let me see if I have a blank one.
Okay, so the theory on that is most people, if push came to shove, you would make enough money to pay your bills, right? And most of us want profit. Now, profit's only good for what we're going to use it for. So if you designate what you want that profit for, like you're going to take this vacation, we want to pay off these credit cards, we want to put this amount of money aside for investments, right? When you get that in your head, yes, this is what's going on. Then every time you're spending money, you're going over your budget on your ghost spending, you understand what you're sacrificing, right? Mm-hmm. I'm spending this and I'm giving up this family vacation, right? Or I'm giving up, like I'm saving up to buy a car, I'm giving that up. And it's really powerful.
This is Geneva. Can I say something?
Yes.
I have to say that I'm like super truly proud of my husband and I, because we paid off our house last year and I paid off my car. And we really have no expenses more than just the normal. And I'm like super, super proud of that.
I'm proud of you too. That's amazing, right? Yay. That feels good.
It's something we've been working on. I mean, each commission, I commit to a certain amount that's going to go towards my principal. And, we just had our game plan. And I kept telling my husband last year, I just feel this is a year we got to make sure we get it done. And I'm just happy we stuck to our plan.
And aren't you glad you did it now? Because who knew?
Yes.
Well, yeah. When's the best time to do it, right? 20 years ago or right today, right?
Yeah. So anyway, it was.
I think
we were just tenacious. We stuck to it. I mean, we stuck to it. We always live under our budget, always, and we've always been like that.
At family reunion this year, I heard one talk about this topic, and they talked about making a dream board for what personal things you wanted to do, buy a car, take a vacation, whatever it was. And then each quarter reviewing that plan. And if you're not on target to meet your plan, what are you going to take off your board? And really focusing it down to specifically what your goals are and what you're not going to achieve.
That's a hard one.
I personally have it in front of my journal, and I journal every morning. So every morning I look at it and I said, okay, how close am I? And what do I need to do today to make that happen? Every single day I look at it. And even like this morning, I looked at it and I was thinking, you know, like initially I was thinking, well, I'm not going to hit my goals. And then I said to myself this morning, why not? I mean, why not? Why? I started looking at all of the items there and I said, why not? Why can't I hit this? So I had to kind of change my.
You can do it.
I will do it.
Mindset, right? It's all about mindset.
It's about mindset. But my husband and I, we look at ourselves every day and we say, oh my God, honey, aren't you happy? Aren't you happy we paid the house off? I mean, every single morning we look at ourselves and we say that.
Thank you, Geneva. I appreciate that. Do you mind if we start calling on some people here, Karen, and,
Yes.
and
Go right ahead.
seeing what they're doing? I see Roberto on here. Roberto, would you mind unmuting yourself and just chatting with us and just tell us what's going on in your world and how you're handling the day-to-day activities? Things changed, right? We've had a couple cancellations this week, and I wanted to talk about that and be upfront and see how people are handling it. Anybody want to chime in? Roberto, I'm going to unmute you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
There we go. Sorry, I've been trying to push the button. It didn't want to work. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's definitely changed and it's been challenging. Like me, I have property in another state and I was gone while everything was starting to get heated. And it wasn't something that I decided, you know what, things are going to change. Let me leave. I had scheduled this like 2 months ago that I was going to go at this time. And I went out there scared. I spent the week fixing the properties to get them rented out again. And I came back and everything changed. And it's almost one of those things, as I was getting ready to leave, I got super busy. I have, I want to say 6 or 7 transactions going as this is, hitting us. And what I've been doing is just keeping everybody calm and letting them know this is something to take advantage of as well. Even if you're buying the house, it appraised at a certain price, you're getting a hell of an interest rate. This is something you're buying into long term. I don't have any investors at this time that are looking to, rent them out or anything like that, where everybody's kind of sheltered. So for me, it hasn't affected my business too much. I still have a few listings that we were able to get into contract as I left. So for me, I'm good. It's just walking everybody through the transactions and letting them know, like, she was saying, it's going to bounce back. So it's not like the world is all going numb and we're all going to, disappear. It's almost like what we're getting fed from the media and everybody, that so many people are getting affected, so many people are dying. That's the main focus. I'm just letting people know, hey, life is going to go back to normal eventually, whatever normal is. So just hang in there and get through it.
Thank you so much. If you think about it, right, you guys, mindset, our first thought, we cannot control. We cannot control that first thought, but our second thought, we can. So we have to really be conscious about what the conversations we're having right now, because nobody likes change, I'll tell you that. And in the long term, with our success, it's going to require a different type of a conversation. Don't you agree?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So
they look at us for some sort of guidance. I see clients asking, Robert, what do I do? What am I supposed to do right now? I mean, is this going to go back to normal, or am I going to lose half of what the house is worth right now? It's like, well, I can't guarantee anything, but being that it goes in cycles, it could drop a little bit, but then the rates go up and you're going to lose even more if you buy with a higher rate. We just don't know. Nobody knows.
And you know what I really, when you said you didn't know how to answer them and so forth, Carl said this, you guys, the other day, the brain on panic is not as successful as the brain on purpose, right? So if you're being very purposeful in the conversations you're having with your sellers, the conversations that you're having with your buyers, it's going to increase their level of confidence in you, right? So what's the John Maxwell questions, right? Those 3 questions. And I should know those off the top of my head, but right now I think I'm a little cloudy in my brain. But let's just go with, can I trust you? Will you be honest with me? And there's one more, and help me out, somebody.
It's like, do you care about me? Can I trust you? Right? Can you help me?
Right, right. So it's important. It's very, very important that we start having the kindness and compassion conversations with them right now. You know, what is this something right now that currently you could do to help them, to add that value? You know, who else wants to chime in? Eli or Norma. Come on, ALC. Let's go. Let's go. Give me something.
One of the agents out here during Bold, they had their children keep them accountable. And what they did is they said, okay, guys, we're going to go on this vacation. And the only way we're going to go on this vacation is if you make sure that I'm accountable to doing this every day so that we can get the money to go on this vacation. And so the kids had a vested interest in making sure that happened.
And making a part of the success. That was awesome, May. Thanks so much for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Eli, Grandpa Eli.
Yes, Grandpa Eli. So two things. I want to kind of back up for a second about something that Karen was talking about. I've read the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey a while back, and we've decided we're going to reread it with the family because we're home together, and we're working on our budget more. And so last year, we used to meet Sunday nights over our budget, but we stopped. For months, we haven't done it. So we're going to pick that back up again. So that's something we're trying to work on to get on the calendar, make sure it's in there, set, and it's done 5 p.m. on Sunday night. We review the week. And since the kids are all here, my kids are a little older, so they're in their late teens and early 20s, we're going to do it together as a family. So that's a really cool opportunity that probably wouldn't have happened if we weren't in the situation we're in. So just trying to look for opportunities and things that are going to grow your life and your family. I think that's huge. And then secondly is with the database, it's just about calling. It's everything everyone's saying. It's care calls. It's really calling just to say, how are things going? Is everything okay? Is there anything I can do for you? We're here to be a resource anyway, not just real estate related. You know, I do that for a living, but that's not what this is about. How can I help you? And that's working super well. I mean, really well. And
Strengthening those relationships.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much, Eli. Norma.
Kind of mimicking what Eli's saying as far as taking care of your database, not, first to constantly be there with those that you're in the middle of a transaction with. And then secondly, the rest of your people that you have in your data bank. As far as, coincidentally, we had already, I go through my P&L, and it is important to do that. Just go print out your credit card statement, print out your bank account statement, and go line by line. Know what each of those items are, and are they a necessity? If it's especially for a recurring, withdrawal. Is it something? Do you even know what it is?
Can I piggyback on that? It's Lacey.
Hey, Lacey.
Is constantly knowing your ROI. So moving forward with everything the team and I do, we're always like, what's the return of investment on this? And it really helps to sort out what's a necessity from what's noise. So constantly checking out what you're doing and the actions, and then what you're spending your money on, making sure that return of investments there is really big, and it'll help set that foundation for times like these.
That's amazing. And Norma, great job.
Thank you. And I just want to say one other thing. Okay. Lacey is our admin. Thank you, Lacey. She's our business partner. Yeah. And first and foremost, take care of you. Take care of your people.
Yeah.
They are in this. They're worried. It's a scary time for everyone, much less someone who is an employee. And take care of them. Don't respond with panic. Respond with a plan. Many of us maybe had some deals fall through, but many of us thankfully still have business going. Don't just panic and drop all your marbles and run.
We're in this together.
Think about what you're doing and take care of your people.
We're empire
very, very
protecting right
purposeful.
now. Yes.
What was that?
We're empire protecting right now.
Ooh, look at you. Lorna. Man, I'm so proud of her right now. That's awesome. I love the words that you're using, Dollface. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Take care of that one. Jeez. Nora, but you're right. Protecting. Be very, very purposeful instead of just winging it, because there's some people who are winging it right there. Chris and I are constantly, I'm sure Dan's getting texts left and right too with people who are winging it. It's not a time to panic. This too will end. And a few of us have gone through this a few times. I mean, this is my third shift. I know I look really young, but it is my third shift. So yeah, and this too will end. It will. And it's however, whatever you do today is what's going to you're going to see yourself at the end, right? So make sure you are doing the activities, you're doing the personal touches, and come from your heart, be authentic, definitely. And come from abundance. I'm a firm believer of just coming from abundance. Anyways, okay, Irma, I see you going like that. So give us some. I'm gonna unmute you. All right.
No, everything that everybody is saying is everything that I've done and doing. Database, taking care of our people, looking at our numbers. I've been through this one other time, and yeah, I've only been in business 12 years. Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow. I didn't know that.
I got into business in 07, 08, 09. And so I refuse for this to happen to us again. So I'm determined to stay on the front lines.
Awesome. I love that passion. Love it. Love it.
But I think that what has gotten me where I'm at today with our team and so forth is because I'm being coached, MAPS coaching, and MAPS coaching has already placed me in a position where I have no debt. I look at my P&L all the time. I am always forever looking for new hire, new talent. I'm forever, taking care of our team. So everything that we're doing, that we're talking about right now, is something that we do at an everyday basis. So we shouldn't wait till things to happen for us to react. If we stay coaching at all times, then we should be ahead of everybody else.
I agree with that. It's funny because I got a text from somebody this morning in panic mode, and all I asked her was, I picked the phone and I called her and I was like, listen, so what are you doing? What does your schedule look like? How can you be in panic mode if you're not doing anything?
Correct.
You're the one who's got to look at yourself in the mirror, not me. So how about this? Send me what your schedule looks like. I'm curious. It's because it's frustrating for me to get a call like that when there's no activities being done. And I don't have a magic wand. However, Christine Packworth did buy me one, just so we all know, and it doesn't work right now. So yeah.
Put a battery in it.
I know. Yeah. So I'm going to call on somebody since Dan is being all quiet. Dan, talk to us. What's your words of wisdom right now? Are you around? Dan. Okay, Kyle. Okay, Dan.
Yeah, I'm here. In fact, I'll let you have a look at me as well.
No.
My wisdom now is stay in the game. Yes. And make sure that you take advantage of these. Actually, this is the new paradigm for us. Zoom. If you haven't bought stock already, it may be too late. However, it's been a day. But those are staying in touch. I know that things are progressing. I don't know how many of you have seen the releases today from like midnight last night and after from CAR and NAR, but they're working hard to make sure that the real estate agents, independent contractors are included in the incentives that come out of the government. So at all levels in real estate, I believe that that people are there for all of you, all of us. So stay in the game with them, and you'll come out the other side of this just fine.
This is Geneva. I just want to say one thing. I think, they say change the way you look at things and things you look at change. I mean, I know this is kind of a rough patch, but I think a lot of good stuff is coming from this. I mean, people are spending more time with their family, they're cooking more, they're making those connections, and I kind of look at it like that. you know, I mean, maybe we're supposed to just take a moment and just kind of reflect. So that's how I've been kind of looking at it.
Geneva, could I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
So you did a great job of describing what you and your husband have done with budgeting and financials. I'm very proud of you for that. Have you applied those same things to your top producers? I'm sure you invest a lot in your business. Have you done the same things with your real estate business expenses as well?
In terms of looking at what I'm spending?
Yeah, you're cutting back and
well, to be honest with you, I don't shell out a lot. I would say 90% of my business comes from my database. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I don't spend a lot. I don't buy leads. I don't do any of that. I just level my database. That's all I do. And you know, I for me, it's not transactional. To me, it's really relationships. And I level my people. I'm sincere. I mean, I care about the people that I work with, and that's it. I don't buy leads. I don't do any of that.
Well, while we're all sitting at home, that's a great thing to do. Nurture the database.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hey, Dan, let's call somebody. Let's call on somebody. Ready? Starts with a K. Hello. What are you doing over there, Kyle? Talk to us. Kyle.
So I, yesterday, I believe, I ordered, I think I told you guys yesterday, I ordered some more postcards for Michael Lewis for Easter, and I kind of put on there in one of the little clouds, you know, on the postcard, you know, kind of this too shall pass, reaching out to everyone who's been affected by the coronavirus. If there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know, kind of stuff like that. So those should be here in a couple days. I'll start working on those and getting those out. And then I've kind of been reaching out to my database as well, the people I have been in contact with already.
That's awesome. So you're digging on Michael Lewis, huh?
I am a lot. I've been using it a lot. Good.
I'm glad to hear that. It's, I totally swear by them. And there's a lot of like teams, you know, that do as well. Their assistants. And I'm all about leveraging the people around you, right? So it's nice.
Yeah.
If you're leveraging somebody, it keeps you in your 20%, right?
Yeah. And I think so far I've placed 3 orders with them already.
Wow. Okay. So can I be, I don't know, like another agent and say, well, isn't that expensive?
You know what, with, before we merged with KW, I think I mentioned this the other day too, I was kind of creating my own designs on programs like Shutterfly and, you know, programs like that. And it was way more expensive and you got a lot less. So I'm really happy with the price that Michael Lewis charges.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love when like if Peggy or a front desk person comes up with an idea and we are like, just shoot it over to them and they come up with so pretty. And we're like, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Or we do it on command and design, which, okay, just so you know, let's all reach out to Patrick and say, Patrick, show us how to do the PDF thing. That is so stinking amazing. Am I like the last one on this train to learn how to do this? I guess I am. I don't know. Give me something. You can actually grab a flyer that you saw on Facebook, pull it in as a PDF, add your logo, and it's done.
Yeah, it does a great job. You just take a PDF document. If you've got a great flyer that maybe your lender helped you create, or I took one that was my favorite one that I used all the time in Market Leader, and I downloaded it as a PDF and then I re-uploaded it into my command. A little bit of tweaks, but once it's there, it's there. Now I don't have to change it ever again, and it's simple. I've done it for more than just flyers. The daily ticket.
Cut that part out of the recording.
Why?
Because he might be violating copyright laws.
Oh,
that was mine. It wasn't Michael Lewis $12 pay. I did it. That one was mine. So
yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm just excited that we're learning every single day and we learn it together as a team, which is awesome. I'm loving how we're doing these Zoom calls as a team. Laura, I just saw you pop up, sister. Talk to us. What are you doing? And Mark, get ready, even though you're a guest on the call. I just may call on you.
Hi, everyone. I hope
Hey, Laura.
Hi, I hope everybody's doing great. So what I'm focusing on is just calling my past clients, you know, and people that I have in process at this time. And for my past clients, I'm just actually just calling them, see how they're doing, if there's anything that I can do for them, you know, just being a resource and being positive, you know, on everything that is going on. I think everybody's scared. So just, you know, checking up on them, you know, has been great. I have gotten some leads, but honestly, we're trying to just postpone it to a future after all this happens. So
right.
So that's what I'm doing.
That's awesome. I appreciate you sharing. Do you mind if we do a couple role plays real quick? We have like 10 minutes. And I saw this being done. I was a guest the other day, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. So can I call, with your permission, may I call on 2 agents to do a role play? So I hear yes. I saw shaking of the heads, yes. Debbie Mason, call on your sister. And you're going to be the customer. Jodine, you're the agent. You ready? Unmute yourself and show your face. Jodine?
Oh, no, I'm not showing my face.
Okay, you don't have to show your face. You're the agent. Debbie, you're the customer. Okay, with today's world right now, what's going on, I want you to set the stage. I can set the stage up for you. I could, if you like. Would you rather me do that because it's lieu of time, or?
You know, I've been doing a lot of calling around my database and friends and past clients, just checking in with them. And I'd love to role play that.
Okay. I want to dig deeper. Sorry, sis, if you don't mind. I am your listing, and I want to pull off the market and for a couple more weeks to see what's going on. How are you going to talk to me?
All right. Ring, ring.
Hey, Jodine, I am so sorry. I had to give you a call, but sister, with everything that's going on, I'm a little nervous. I'm going to take the house off the market.
Really, Michelle? Tell me a little bit more about that. What's going on with you?
My husband, oh my God. He's like just telling me, you know, the virus, and there's people chiming in his ear saying it's not the right time. I don't know. What do you think, Jodine? Come on. Let's be honest here. I don't want to lose money, and I think this is crazy.
I get that, Michelle. I totally get that, and I can understand him being scared. You know, we have had a number of virtual showings, and the feedback has all been very good. I've told you that, right?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. You know what? I did fail to share that with him because, you know, communication is probably not my forte, but go ahead, tell me more.
Well, you know, we have the Matterport video set up.
Yeah.
And we've got those great professional photographs. We're looking really good online. Our showings, you know, the one-on-ones that I've done with the listing agents, walking them through those Matterport videos have, like I said, they've all been super positive.
So what are your thoughts then?
You know, it's a tough market right now. It's a tough world right now. But interest rates are still low. Lenders are still funding loans, and buyers are still out there. We don't know where the market is headed, but we do, oh boy.
Okay, let's say time. Anybody have any comments? Thank you so much, Jodine, for stepping up. That's awesome.
Of course, caught me totally flat-footed.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, Michelle, this is Geneva. I wanted to say something. I was so waiting for her to say, like, you know, totally understand how you're feeling. I was so ready to listen to her for her to say that. Because you know how first we're supposed to recognize what they're feeling before we. So anyway, good job, Jodine. Good job.
It was a good job. Okay. All right. So how about this? Irma and Eli. So Irma, you set the stage. You could either be the agent or the customer because, you know, ladies go first. And Eli's a gentleman. Go ahead.
I'll be the customer.
Okay.
Do you want me to be tough or you want me to be soft?
Super soft. No.
Irma, you don't know how to be soft.
I know, right?
Go get him.
Okay, I'm ready.
Bring it. Bring it. What are we doing? Same
You're
thing?
the agent. Yeah, same thing.
Buyer? Okay.
I'm the seller. You're calling. Okay, I'm calling you. I'm calling you.
Okay.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Eli. How can I help you?
Hey, Eli, this is Irma. How are you?
Hey, Irma, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? You guys staying safe?
Yeah, we're safe. Thanks so much for asking. But you know what? We've had the house on the market for 2 days, and I'm already getting really concerned. And I really don't think that we should list right now. I think I want to take it off the market as soon as possible.
Oh, gotcha. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? What are you feeling? Is it you and your husband? You're talking about it. What are you guys chatting
Oh,
about?
it doesn't matter about what my husband says. It's what I say, okay? And I
Right?
I don't feel good about having the house on the market. I just don't want nobody coming into the house and touching and, spraying. And I just don't want any of that. I changed my mind.
I hear you. No, I hear you. It sounds like you're a little bit afraid of what most of us are afraid of, right? Which is getting the virus coming into our home. It's a little scary, right? Is that am I hearing that right?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. Is there anything else that might be stopping you from moving forward, or is this the only thing?
Nope, that's the only thing. I just don't want anybody in the house during this time.
Gotcha. Hey, do you mind if I ask you a quick question?
Sure, go ahead.
Remind me again, what was the main reason you guys were thinking about selling?
Oh, you know what? We're moving. We have to move to LA.
Oh, you're moving. I have notes, but you caught me in the car, so I'm trying to remember what was important about moving to LA.
That's where my grandbaby's at. So we need to be
Your
closer
grandbaby.
to the family.
Gotcha. And the fact that people come into the home, that seems like it's stopping you right from getting to LA. That's what it feels like, right?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I don't want to get this bug because I don't want to take it with me.
I hear you. Especially for your babies, right? And you want to protect your family. I know I feel the same way. I have a new grandbaby. I just came into my life last 2 weeks ago. It's exciting. And let me share this with you, Irma, if I may. The good news is, because the market's doing what it's doing, we have so many cool opportunities with the way that social media is and marketing. I can have it set up in such a way where no one will come into your home. And if we get an offer on the property, we may have 1 or 2 people in the home, but we won't have tons of people rolling through your home. And therefore, we're going to eliminate almost completely, not completely 100%, but pretty darn close, that thing that's scary for you. I want you to know there's ways to get through this, though. And nothing's changed, the market's still moving.
Okay, time.
Buying, sellers are still selling. But
Time. That was awesome. Yeah.
You hit it on the nail. You went back to what's my motivation.
Hey, Eli. Hi, Eli. Now you know what my life's like every day dealing with Irma.
Hey, I just want to tell you guys, you have an amazing leadership group here, and it's my privilege to come on. And I'm just wowed that they would invite other people on to help support you.
Thank you.
And you guys are doing amazing. I love the script practice. I really want to emphasize, keeping self-care right now, right? Take care of yourself. Things are changing. We're getting to a new normal. And you guys are amazing. Remember, this is not the apocalypse. We just need to shift into the new normal. And you guys are all pretty amazing. You're a pretty good group.
Thank you so
You should
much.
give yourself a hand.
I appreciate you and coaching Peggy and coaching all of us. You're an amazing coach, an amazing OP, an amazing owner. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with us. Thank you.
Absolutely my privilege. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Karen.
All right, I'm going to leave you guys. However, keep in mind, Monday we have another coach coming on at maybe 3 o'clock. I can't remember. Is it 3 o'clock? It's Teresa. She's amazing. She's
I think so.
yeah. It's on the calendar, and it was sent out from Lodi from Mackenzie. So thank you so much, you guys, and be blessed. Okay.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye. That was great. You guys did awesome.
Thank you.
Adios.
Adios. Mark, thanks for jumping on, my friend.